Guys, welcome back to the channel. Right here, 1964 Karmann Ghia. And yes, this is mine. This is Project Outlaw. It is basically my version of a really expensive junk car. Sorry about the audio, it's raining. Last year, I put a 1905 in it. 8-inch wide tires. Got a wire, got it back on the road, disc brake conversion, so on and so forth. Been driving the car a lot lately. What really sucks about it, it is bare bones. No radio, no nothing. I mean, if you say, I want a car, point A to point B, this is what this will do. But the squeaks, the rattles, and the noise, starts to wear on the old bones after a while. If it was strictly a track car, I wouldn't have a problem. But if you live in Louisville, you know the roads are crap, and every bump is magnified due to the fact that I'm driving a Coke can. There's zero sound deadening in this car. So this episode, we're going to attempt to make door panels. Door panels, quarter panels, I want to block off the, the under package tray, just because I have no rear seat in this car, and, well, the back is down. So, words. Anywho's, I guess, yeah, we'll figure out how to make door panels. I'm not an upholsterer. I don't do custom stuff like this, but I have an idea. Join me with my idea. All right, guys, first step I'm going to do is get rid of all the old clips from the original door panels that were in this thing. Obviously, I don't need them, nor am I going to use clips on the new door panels. I'm just going to screw them straight into the door. Why? Because I can. And again, I have no plan. Well, I mean, I have a plan. The plan is make door panels. As far as how I'm doing that, I don't really have a plan. They're pretty straightforward. They're flat. So, I got that going for me. Door handle, not sure about. We'll figure something out with that. I just had a cotter holding in my roller upper. And yeah. Good. I got this far. Now what do I do? Got a piece of cardboard. Let me do some measurements, which I really very rarely do. But it's a big piece of cardboard, and I don't feel like, I don't know, picking up and holding it 1,000 times. Rough measurement. We'll start with 38 by something. by 21. Like, cut a thing out and figure out from there. 38 by 21. I'll be right back. All right. I got a piece of cardboard cut. Plan is I'm going to lay this up here, then trace the outline that jack is in the way. There we go. Lay this up here, trace the outline. I knew I had one straight edge. Well, it's not straight. Well, crap. I didn't know that. The door, I thought the door was straight. Well, shit. All right, new plan. Where's that window roller? Window roller goes there. Professionally mark that out. Now what? Can I get a mold? Will molding work? I don't know. I'm learning too. I also know I have the hand thing. So if that's that, that'd be the top. Draw some down. Draw some up. There. Door handle. Terribly drawn. And then window has a hole. Now what? I honestly do not have a good plan. I'm going to follow the chrome because it is slightly bowed and hope that that's about the same. All right, let me do some trimming. It's either going to work or it's not. Be right back. Okay, a little bit of trimming. See where the hell this ended up. Well, that fits actually better there. I can come down here. It's not perfect. I don't care. I need the other end. This can come out a little bit more. This come back a little more. That and this can be shaved a little more. All right. We're doing things. Be right back. All right, door panel trimmed. It fits to where I can tolerate it. The gaps look okie dokie enough. So now the plan is tape it up so it hopefully does not move enough. Yeah, door handle. All this good stuff works, but I want to tape it up again and then trace the backside, and then we'll trace it onto what I'm going to use. The good news is I think I only have to make one. Make sure I label that. Passenger out. I can live with whatever that is. Doesn't be perfect on the front. All right, now I think I did a thing. Pull that. Pull that. Yeah. Now I'm going to cut out the outline and transfer it onto whatever the hell I'm going to use. It's just white. I'm just using white faced hardy board. Double check. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Just going to cut out the outline that I have on here. Transfer it onto white faced hardy board. Cut that out and stick that on. Like I said, if I go. If this is passenger side out, this would be driver's side out, in theory. The door should be the same. So let me do this. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Got fabric. I got probably, most likely, 100% the incorrect glue. Need a razor blade. Let's throw this stuff on. Again, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Isn't that the beauty of cars? You don't have to know what you're doing. This is the finest Amazon stuff I can order. By the way, cut everything out with overnighted jigsaw from Amazon with the wrong blades, of course. Yeah, no. I just had a wild idea that I wanted to do this. Anyway, this is the fabric. It seems okay enough. Let's do something a little mildly smarter and put a board down. But yeah, the other one's cut out too. To the exact perfection of this one. Which just means it's arguably worse. All right, fabric. Whatever, roll it out. Door panel. Put that down. I know I need some for wrapping or overlapping, whatever. Pretty sure I have enough material. I guessed. Everything I'm doing currently is a guess. Got enough there. That should be enough. Yes. Yeah, I guess we'll just cut it. By the time this video goes live, all these bad mistakes will be permanent. So comments do nothing. Also, am I indecisive? Yes. So does that mean this is going to be the panel? Well, I mean, probably, but I don't know for how long. The bad thing is, when I was in aviation, back in my youth, before I started doing all this fun stuff, I was in charge of interiors. Well, making them look good. Completions, if you will. Interior and exteriors. Basically, I went around telling people how to do their job. That's way too much. That's perfect. Move that up some. I know I need a wrap. So now my plan is glue the crap out of this. Just Gorilla Contact Adhesive. Whatever I got from the Home Depot. Am I using padding? Nope. Should I be? Probably. Is there a reason I'm not? Nope. I thought they said this thing was adjustable. Oh. Low, medium, high. I don't like that one. That one seems a little better. All right. That. Something's happening. You go on the roof. String cheese this now. You know, it stopped raining, and now it's raining again. Perfect. Now, let's lay this one on that one. Again, holy crap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, shit. Unwrap. Put that back on the bottom-ish edge. Let's try that again. No. It's not fun when you're an idiot. There. Okay. I can mildly live with that. Now, let's do some trimming. I'm going for about an inch of overhang. Is that right? I have no idea. But I feel that's enough for me to at least be able to get this glued onto the panel with the wrap. a conservative inch. Also, I did mental math, and this is the amount of material I have. So, probably the exact not right amount. Mosquito. This is probably going to stick like crap because I didn't think. Get the fabric, get the edge. I think I have staples, so that also might be happening. All right, now let's see. Start at the bottom. Cut some reliefs because that's what shows do. Well, surprisingly, it actually stuck. Give us a second to tack up. I gotta get a staple gun. All right, I just fired 2 staples in there. They're not all the way through, so that's good. And now we're just gonna continue to just wrap. Corners, we'll split the corners. Good thing about the staple gun, or the staples, this thing isn't strong enough to go all the way through. But it's good enough to hold it. This corner. For this, slit the center and little fingers out to the other sides. Pretty sure that's how I saw it done on some video. And by that, TV, when it used to be informative. Perfect. Don't know what the hell I'm doing for the center yet. Give that a second to do something. Hindsight, I should have did this the other way. Not used the, I don't know, board side to stick. But you know what? We're all learning here. By that, it's bad because I'm the teacher? Question mark? I'll just, yeah, tack these down. Perfect. Perfect. This is not perfect. Perfect. Stay. Well, hell, for not knowing what I'm doing, whoop-ham! Knife, blade, whatever. Cut for that window roller. Oh, yeah. What are you catching on up here? Ah, that is professional. Enough. All right. Now to completely screw it up, because the way I'm going to install them, sheet metal screws. Because I'm not mapping out the backside. The plan is number 10s and grommets. We'll hold that thing together. Possibly. All right, let me get this thing. I'm going to screw. I'll screw this in and I'll show you the aftermath. Bad thing is, I have not thought out door pulls. Shit. And the windows never go up in this thing anyway. That's a to be on the next list of things to do. Door pulls. Yeah, because they bolt on. Well, they slip on to the track. Shit. There's a hook here that the door pull will slide onto. I don't have it, nor do I have the time to figure out how to make it. Let me get this thing mounted. All right, glued on and screwed on. Glued and screwed. At a glance, it looks like I'm a professional. Yeah, just for whatever, these things I kicked over. Finishing washers and flush screws, or, you know, flathead Phillips sheet metals. Boop, 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 boop. It's good. Also, tech tip, if you've been using your door, bottom of your door, for a catch-all, make sure you clean it out before you put the panel on, because then you're pulling it off again. I also screwed up. Can't tell. But I was going to put one there, except I put it in a hole, and I was like, yeah, it's fine. But yeah, that's down. Window up, window down, so on and so forth. It's good. So let me get the driver's side done. Like I said, the board's cut. I just have to pull the handle or the roller, make sure that it's, I don't know, fits, adjust it if needed, cover it, slam it on, and then we'll do the backs. The backs I was looking at, I thought it was like a beetle, where it's just like kind of like a, I don't know, weird shape. This is a lot more complex. I don't know if I have enough material to, this is the tray I was talking about. That dead hole, that flips up. The bottom flips up, but I don't have a seat, so that's currently not up. So I'm trying to mildly soundproof back there. At least that's the dumb plan currently. So let me get the other side done. And yeah, join me for fun doing the back. All right, guys, I know terrible filming angles and so on and so forth, but I now have to figure out how to get this back out, or not out, done. And my fat butt needs to be able to sausage my way in and out of this car, which is going to be great to figure out those rear panels. Front's done, obviously. Seeing how I said we're working on the back now, I'm pretty happy with how they came out. For not knowing, I gotta still put my door thing on. Pretty happy with the way they came out. If you haven't noticed, or you probably can't tell, it is the next day due to the fact that, well, I ran out of supplies. Jeez. Who said these things aren't roomy? Got these old clips out. Alright, now I gotta figure out how I want to do this. Because this has to be blocked in, obviously, the sides. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. But the sides have to be blocked in. What does that tube do? I don't even know. I don't also care. But I'm going to have a board here to block out this back compartment. Interesting. Let's fold that forward as well. Whilst I'm here, we'll pull the clips on this side. Yeah, again, zero plan on this. Let's see. All right, let me get a cardboard. Let me get cardboard. Easy. Excuse me. Let me get cardboard. Figure out a rough template of what I want to do. I gotta change the battery, but again, this process would be so much simpler if I had just even bad original panels to trace. Because now I don't have to then I wouldn't have to make a template. It'd also be helpful if I had another Karmann Ghia in here that I can steal panels to use it as a template. But I don't. So this is the fun that we do, or I do. Anyway, be back. Now the fun task of going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, trimming and fitting. Front doors were, well, semi-easy. Due to the fact that, well, you can see everything. This has a bit of guesswork going on. to get this stuff to, you know, tweak in. All I'm doing, I don't know if I showed, just using my blade. Took out the cardboard. I have to slowly work this in. A little more. Actually use my scissors on this one to straighten up that line, or my shears, whatever. Just also to give me a cleaner line to trace to. And it does not have to be much. All right. The carpet is actually being very annoying. That's better. Well, I screwed up. That carpet actually screwed me up. I took way too much off. I pulled back the flap, and where the carpet lays basically fills in about that much material. So now I got to add some back, which is fine. This is exactly why we use the cardboard. Let's get the piece I cut off, tape it on, cut the same thing, just a little longer. Because the radius is pretty much good, it's just short. Alright. So now what I want to do is just add. And it's not that dramatic of a swoop. So do the right thing and just back to guessing. We'll say about that much. Is that better? Shoot, that is nearly perfect. Gotta take some off of the bottom corner. We got these. For good enough precision. I like it. And that can go there. All right. Template. Absolutely perfect. I have to do a little connecting here, but that's not a big deal. I can map that out when I put that on, because I am missing a little material. But everything else is fairly good. Fairly good enough. All right. Floor shelves. I don't know about you guys or how you guys lay stuff out, but Sharpies, they work great, fine points. But if you ever want long tip, basically drafting markers, layout markers, let you get right up the thing. The only bad thing about them is if you're aggressive with like the points, they tend to suck. All right. It's not a clean edge, so that's perfect. All right, so let's say I have to go from, this is good, but now I have to basically cheat this line to here, which is fine. And that should work. I need to just go in all down there. It looks like a door panel. I mean, this is going to function as one. All right, let's cut this out. Let's cut this out. Stop. What the hell is that now? See how it fits. Good. Boop. See if I like it, see if it fits. Then I'll do some cleaning up and gluing. I need to take a bit off the bottom. Not a big deal. A little too high. That I can live with. Yeah. This corner sucks. Oh, shit. Well, I did that on live TV, or live. We're also not going to completely fix it. The corner sucks due to the fact that it has to bend. And, well, it's definitely bent now. So we're going to fix it the right way and just tape it. We're going to put the tape on the ground. Oh, yeah. We're still using this piece. Now that is a strategic bend to contour better where I want it. All right. Slight little itsy bitsy teensy weensy issue. I just had to order more fabric because I did not realize, like said, math, how much I did or did not have. I have enough to do the 4 door cards, which is good. I do not have enough to do that rear package tray box closeout area like I wanted to. But not a big deal, just due to the fact that I will still cut the material for it, and then we'll just upholster it when it comes in. It just won't be done for this video. It'll be done for whenever we get the car back on the road. Like I said, I've been driving the car. I do have a video of, or I started making a video of taking this thing out of storage. Like what my procedures are after a car sat all winter. That was going to be one of my videos, and then the alternator came up. And I put an alternator in this car. Or a serpentine system, excuse me. So, I got to do this one first, because this is one we're working. So yeah, that video hasn't come out yet of getting this thing out of storage. The drive video will be in that one, most likely. And you'll see the interior, because, well, now we're living in a backwards timeline. But I do have more material coming. I just ordered it. I thought I had more on that roll. Obviously, I do not. So we're going to do this little backwards. I might just glue it. I don't have that much to do a rollover. But we'll make it work. We always make it work. We have to make it work, obviously. Because I'm not waiting. We got this far. Oh, this spray's a lot better. New can. This is hosing it on. It's not even the same setting. I don't know. Anyway, not that it matters, but that hosed a lot better. I got semi-one attempt at this. All right, that's stuck. Trim as much as I can to give wrap. I mean, all in all, that should be fine. Give that a second. I'll start wrapping it. I know this bottom is not going to cooperate as well as much as I want it to. God dang it. So we'll use a lot more staples. I screwed up on my cut. That's fine though. Boom! Not too shit. That corner's bendy now. Strategic. All right. Let me get this mounted. Same way as I'm going to do the same way I did, just screw it in. Get the other one built or made. Get that mounted. I'll bring you in to show you, I don't know, the quasi-finished project or product. And like I said, I got to cut a board to cover that back section, but I need the sides in first before I cut that, and it's just going to basically be a cube. So, rectangular cube. It's going to be a rectangular box, and that should solve that issue. Like I said, I ordered more material. It's not a big deal. Whenever it comes in, I can just throw it down. I think, no, I don't have carpet. I was going to say, I think I might even have carpet, but I don't. I'd rather just keep it all the same material. You know, why do something different now? Plan. I can wait till Tuesday to wrap it. All right, guys. Rear block off plate, panel, whatever. What a pain in the ass. I had to do it twice because maybe I didn't math right the first time. But this time, it's good enough for when it gets covered, it'd be good enough. So, block off panel. It's in. Gonna have to put like foam, extra foam on like the edges to fill in the gaps, which, whatever. Not a show car. Well, I mean, technically, if I enter into a show, it is a show car. not a restoration job. But anyway, that's done. Rear panels, whoop, focus. Rear panels are in. They look good enough. Like I said, I'm trying to, and I said door panels, they're in. Like I said, I'm just trying to dampen some of this noise. Getting old. Thanks to one of my customers, we have a Porsche emblem on this car now. Oh yeah, and I put a GT wheel in. Off camera, get antsy, get parts, and this panel's on. So, I'm not concerned about putting, like sealing the backside or putting like a vapor barrier on. Reason being is, with the very, 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 very few oopsies in my life, this car doesn't see rain. I'm not worried about it leaking. The seals are new. Well, we're new. It's not that bad. So I don't mind it getting wet. These seals suck. They are also new. But I'm not worried about them warping or anything like that. If you do, paint the backside, seal the backside, or put a vapor barrier in, like plastic, to isolate it. My Beetle I did with Luan, and it's still fine. That door shuts perfect. Usually got to pay for these kind of door gaps and shuts. Driver's side's a little hinkier. Oh, that's the other thing. When you're doing door panels, if you do end up cutting them long, you might run into gap issues with your doors. As far as they'll catch or hang. But these open and shut as they're supposed to. That one needs a little more effort, but it shuts. Doesn't doesn't catch. But with that said, car's done. Yeah, if you watch this channel, the Porsche I did, the red one, Autoworks for a collision shop, ended up making a pedestal for this thing, and not a new Porsche logo. Because why not? No one knows what the car is anyway, unless you're a VW nerd. So it's plausible that it could be a Porsche, I guess. I say it's a poor man's Porsche, but I mean we are way into dollars on this car. I'm not even gonna clean up my mess now. This car or bus got parts on order. It'll be on the channel probably next, and there's going to be a long rant by me on this vehicle, not because of the owners, but because of the shop it was at. Stay tuned to that one. Lots of, well, I guess drama or just mouth garbage coming out of my mouth hole. But with that said, let me put you back on your legs, close out this episode, and yeah, roll into that plan. All right, guys, closing out this episode on 64. Now has door panels. Like I said, I'm waiting on now more fabric because I don't math. I should have ordered 2 rolls, but I only ordered 1 for the back package tray. Block off, delete panel. After that, we'll get the car on the road. And then it'll be, Twilight Zone backwards onto how I get this car out of storage, because I never took a drive video on this car. And then I segued into doing something else, so on and so forth. It's going to be hodgepodge. Next time this car's on the channel, it'll probably be a drive video. And if you're wondering why it has door panels in it, this is why. But with that said, I'm not going to say quick and easy. This is a down dirty, cheap way of doing it. I think each roll of fabric was like $20, so I'm $40 in fabric. That sawzall, the jigsaw, I think was like $30. $14 for the hardy board or project board, whatever you want to call it. Glue is expensive. What was it? $15 a can for that stuff. So 15, 30, $45. I don't know, say $300. You can make your own door panels. Do with that what you will. Buy off the shelf ones. Hindsight might be easier. Also, if you do have an old door panel, it'd speed up the process because you could just, copy paste. This, I had to I couldn't do that. We had the template. But with that said, closing out this episode, hopefully this quieted it down a little bit. I do have a carpet kit for this car somewhere, which I might also install. Not just the remnants that are just floating around in here. Like I said, I drive the car. It's loud. I'm getting old. It's loud. So, and I know it's not the exhaust. I know it's not that. It's just because all the sound comes this way. I can handle, like I said, I can handle the squeaks and rattles and stuff like that. But everything loud, bad. So hopefully it's quieted down. I'm really hoping it does. I know, like on my Beetle, I have a 2180 in there, and I have an interior in that car, and it's loud. Don't get me wrong, but it's not loud because there's a lot of sound absorbing material versus just echoing off of everything. Basically, I turned the car into a muffler sound box. It's terrible. Well, with that said, my ramble's over. If you liked this episode, however it came out, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If you do, I promise you we will chit chat. As always, thanks for watching. Hopefully, see you on the next one. Time to grill some wings.